I want to start with your favorite memory of Kobe.
It was, very early in his career. Me and my wife went to a game at the Forum, and I didn't know nothing about Kobe, but she did. She was like, "You heard about that young kid we got?" I'm like, "Nah, I was there really to see Shaq." And she was like, "Yeah, he's supposed to be taking Brandy to the prom and this, that, and that. Check him out." And I'm like, "Okay. How old is he?" 18. I'm like, how big is he? He's 6'7", whatever. I was like, I don't know. Small guys that young usually don't make it in the league.
Right.
But he got in. Dale Harris had an epiphany. Let him in the game. And I saw him go up and dunk. And I saw how his body moved and how elastic he was. And, if God made a basketball player, in the perfect body shape, form, image, it'd be Kobe. And he dunked, and I looked at her, I said, "Man, we ain't never had nothing like that before."
Right.
And from then I was fixated on how he played and when he got in the game, and I saw him and always was a cheerleader for Kobe, and always understood his greatness from the first time I ever saw him play.
I remember, I think that what people forget about the Lakers, before Kobe and Shaq arrived, people forget that then GM Jerry West was brought to tears because the Lakers were going through a period where they had struggled. And then with Nick Van Exel and Eldon Campbell and Eddie Jones, you had these young cats that just started balling.
Yeah.
And even though they had lost in the playoffs or whatever, you looked at them and you said, damn, this is, Jerry West was so proud of that team. And so he sits up there and he's in the midst of acquiring Shaq from Orlando, like stealing them like a thief in the night. And Shaq, being the businessman that he is like, you got to come up on the dough because ain't no state income taxes in Florida. Playing for Orlando, you asking me to come to L.A.
Different
and
deal
the money
there.
that you offering me, yeah, but I'm getting a lot in taxes taken away. You got to make up for that. And so they had to find a way to come up with the money and whatever, and they ultimately moved Vlade Divac and all of this other stuff. But the point is, not Vlade Divac, I forgot who it was, but anyway, what happened is that he says to Shaq, I got this kid coming in. He's going to be one of the great ones. And what people forget is that a couple of years later, Kobe Bryant, he was an all-star before he was a starter. People loved him, and they loved him. He was magnetizing and whatever, and people voted him into the all-star game. But he wasn't even a starter on the Lakers. And in order for him to become a starter, the Lakers had to move somebody by the name of Eddie Jones.
Yeah.
Eddie Jones out of Temple in Philadelphia, who I've known for years, really good brother, was an all-star, was one of the best defenders in basketball that could give you 18 to 20 a night. The Lakers had to move him in order for Kobe to shine, and their willingness to do that shows you what kind of stuff that Cube is talking about. Because before you really, really saw it, you still knew it was there when it came to Kobe.
Like they once upon a time moved Norm Nixon because they had Magic Johnson, even though it was working.
Norm Nixon to make room for Byron Scott.
Yeah, but the point is,
right.
There's how many point guards you're going to have on the team, really?
Well,
yeah, my favorite memory of Kobe is actually an interaction I had with him once. Kobe, this was the Dwight Howard year, right? When they got Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, they were supposed to be a super team, and they were struggling. And Kobe eventually kind of staged a mutiny in the locker room and just told D'Antoni, we are not doing this anymore. This is not how we're built. We've got to get the ball into Pau. I got to be the primary, I got to be the ball handler. And he was intent on getting Dwight buy in to be the defensive captain. Dwight didn't have an offensive game to the extent he thought he had. He's playing for LeBron the way Kobe wanted him to play for the Lakers, and he was hell-bent. I've never seen someone so single-minded and marshaling every resource he could to try to achieve the goal. So he would recruit people in the media, including me, to try to get the message to Dwight, because Max and Marcellus was the afternoon drive radio show. So one day, Marcellus and I are talking about Kobe, and Kobe used to listen in the car sometimes if he was going somewhere, and he would text me or call me, and he would start to text me, "No, Max, you have this wrong. This is what," he would start to give me his version of it. And so I realized, as we're in the middle of this segment, I said, Marcellus, you know, PTI has faces on sticks, right? Kornheiser or Wilbon put up a face and then talk as that person.
Yeah.
I said, let's do a radio version of Faces on Sticks. And again, ask me any question. I'm Kobe Bryant. And Kobe's listening. So as Marcellus is asking me the question as Kobe, he's texting me the answer, and I'm answering as Kobe Bryant.
He's like, wow, you really got Kobe down.
Yeah, no, but and Marcellus, of course, the fool he is, he's arguing with me about stuff, you know. But like that was, I thought, this is a superstar where it doesn't look like it's working. They may not make the playoffs, and he's thinking, how do I get this guy to do the thing we need him to do to raise the team up? He didn't give up on Dwight or the team. And in fact, he played that team into the playoffs. That was the year of the Achilles. He played 45 minutes a game for a 2-week stretch and ruptured his Achilles. Yeah. And by the way, he's very stubborn. At the time, I'm going, you're asking for a catastrophic injury, but no. But they made the playoffs. They won a whole bunch of games in a row and made the playoffs, and that's my favorite memory of Kobe.
No,
Number one, because I was involved in it, but also because it showed you the kind of thought process he had in terms of what do you do to achieve the goal? Everything you can.
Without a doubt.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.